Have you been given this exercise for your hip pain, and it's supposed to be either therapeutic or make you feel better when you do it, but you may notice that during the exercise or even afterwards, now you're hurting even more here, here, or even here? Well, today's video, we're gonna go over ways to modify this exercise. Well, today's video, we're gonna go over ways to modify this exercise, okay? A couple of different cues that may work for you so that you can really feel the right things working in this exercise for you and be a little bit more therapeutic. My name is Dr. Dawn. I work at Performance Place Sports Care, just one part of the locally world famous chiropractors here in Costa Mesa. And at some point during the video, you may notice a free gift pop up for you. It's something for you to take advantage of, that if these exercises and modifications work well for you, I want you to click on that gift. It is the next steps for you, things that can help you. It's a free webinar, go over all the different diagnoses of the hip, things to teach you, things you may not know. So please click on that video, okay? Now we're just gonna get into how to modify the hydrant exercise, all right? So hydrants are supposed to be glute activators, right? We're supposed to be finding different motions through the hip, feel our glutes work in it, and you should notice a difference in your hip pain either during or afterwards. But really, you're just noticing that it's actually making you worse. So I'm gonna give you two modifications to try with this hydrant exercise, okay? The first one here is actually trying to take more of the spinal rotation out of it. So what that looks like if we're doing it improperly is as we're raising our leg up here, you may notice a shift in your torso. So really, we're not getting the glute to do much of this work. We're actually finding a lot more above the hips and into the spine happening here, which could hurt your hip a lot. So I want you to think about now, instead, if we put a dot here at the hip and a dot at the knee, as you're doing this exercise, I want you to think grow longer between those two dots, okay? So what that looks like if we take it nice and slow is really pushing the knee in the beginning here, growing long through those dots through the floor, and then further away from me. I may not even be able to go up as high because now I already feel glute activation in this, and back down. So instead of here, we're growing long through those spots. It's almost just an intention. You'll feel that glute working, growing long, long, long through the knee, pausing where we feel the activation, and slowly coming back down. If that one's a little bit too hard for you to conceptualize, or maybe it just doesn't feel any different for you, here's one different modification. We're gonna use our hands through the floor, okay? So again, thinking more about staying stable through the torso and the core here. Before we even rise up through the leg, we're going to push the floor away from us through our hands and our arms. So now my arms are nice and long, and I'm gonna keep that pressure through the floor as I let my leg go out wide and slowly come back down. Again, you may notice that now we have more activation happening and we're not even going up as high. If I let my arms go, I'm gonna be able to, again, rotate through the spine. So push, 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 dent the floor with the hands as we rise our leg up and control it, push through the floor as we come back down. So those are two simple modifications you guys can try for those hydrant exercises. You may notice it's now even more challenging. I'm even a little bit out of breath after coaching that one and doing those exercises and modifications. So if you guys like this, there's more about hip pain, glute exercises, all kinds of things on our YouTube channel. Just go onto the search engine there and type in hip, glute exercises, things of that sort. All of those resources are there for you. Again, if this worked for you, we would love for you guys to reach out. We have tons of different ways to individualize exercises for you and your hip. If you've been trying things like this for too long now and you're just not noticing results, we are here for you. Please take full advantage.